What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Coach Cole here with you. Oh, hold on a second there. Coach Cole here with you, kinda. Whoa, wait a minute. There we go. Trying to get the YouTube or the Facebook Live here. Here we go. Take two. What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Coach Cole with you once again for another fine edition of the show that everybody in Lenawee County has made number one. That's right, we're talking about Sports Frenzy. How is everybody doing? Not too bad here. We are doing this shoot for the recorded audience. We are doing a Wednesday night shoot this week because Thursday was looking pretty super busy. So I decided we'll go ahead and shoot tonight. With that being said, I want to start the show this week with a huge shout out to all my friends over at the Laura Haviland program. The coach is so blessed to have so many wonderful people in his life, and you guys are just some of the wonderful people in my life who provided this week's refreshment for the show. That's right, Coach Cole's bottle of lemonade was brought to you by my good friends at the Laura Haviland program. I thank you guys so much for this. You guys rock, as always. And we're going to start out with a chug to all the Lenawee County teams. Well, not just Lenawee County teams. All the teams, the high school football teams who have made the playoffs this week. This chug is for you guys. Ooh. Good stuff. Well, that's about all the time we have for this week's show. We'll see it. No, I'm just kidding. We are just getting started into the action this week. And we are going to start off with recapping last week's action for you guys, as we always do. So let's jump right into it, guys. This is last week's episode, season 9, episode 7. And our games are as followed. We started off with our high school football. First game of the week had the Western Panthers destroying Adrian in their final game. 41-8 was your final score there. Union City Chargers beating the Addison Panthers 34-28. That was your first 3-point bonus game. Ida Blue Streaks beating Blissfield 37-14 was your final score there. The Whiteford Bobcats taking it to Britton Deerfield with a cool, crisp 68 points to 13 points. The Columbia Central Golden Eagles, baby, getting it done against Hudson. 35-16 was your final score there. The Clinton Redskins beating Madison 43-21 was your final score there. And Lenawee Christian in a forfeit to the this is what I got from this. I had to go to the website to figure this one out. The Universal Eagles apparently forfeited the game. And so Lenawee Christian ended up with 2 points from that. Anyway, yeah, it ended up the actual score on the webpage, and I'm not joking about this, it said 2-0 forfeit. So not quite sure. I don't have any details on that one, and I didn't really talk to anybody from Lenawee Christian to find out what the heck was going on there. So, but that's what we have for you, Lenawee Christian. Hillsdale getting it done against Dundee, 30-13 was your final score there. Summerfield taking it to Morenci, 28-18 was your final score there. Onstead getting a win over Erie Mason, 35-6. And Airport over Tecumseh in a big fashion. Picked on this school a lot last week, and they ended up destroying Tecumseh 61-28. How about Sand Creek Aggies getting a huge win over Whitmore Lake, 42-0, your final score there. Going on to football action. Your big second other three-point game of the week. Huge win if you're a Wolverine fan. That's right. Excuse me. Michigan Go Blue taking it to their rival, MSU, a.k.a. the East Lansing Burning Couches. Apparently some people didn't see my humor in that. 21-7 was your final score there, and Paul Bunyan came home to where Paul Bunyan should be in the Michigan Trophy case. Go Blue! Alabama tearing it up as they have been, 58-21 over Tennessee. And Albion Brighton getting the win over Adrian, 49-42. Adrian College was your final score there. Siena Heights College getting a win against Indiana Wesleyan, 31-10 was your final score there. Excuse me. Hillsdale Chargers getting a big win against Walsh, 28-9. Your final score there. Northern Michigan surprising me here. They had a terrible record, and Northern Michigan whooped on Lawrence Tech, 65-7 was your final score there. Wow. Couldn't believe that score when I saw it. And the Olivet Nazarene getting some huge inspiration, apparently, from Amanda Ream and her daughter and being up there. Getting a huge win over St. Francis. I suppose you might have something to do with that too, Mr. Boring, since you've been going up there too. 42-28 was your final score there. Moving on to NHL hockey action. We had the Red Wings getting their first win of the season in overtime. 4-3 was your final score there. And the St. Louis Blues getting it done against the Toronto Maple Leafs. 4-1 was your final score there. In minor league hockey action, you had the Indy Fuel taking it against the Toledo Walleye, 4-3 in overtime. Boo. But the Grand Rapid Griffins getting a win under their belt, 5-3 over the Texas Stars. NASCAR. I forgot to get your NASCAR winners here. Let me find it real quick here and get this for you guys. Okay, we'll do. All right, so your top 3 racers last week. Oh, that's the poll standings. Let's do NASCAR results. Bear with me just a second here. All right. Last week's results. Was Brad Keselowski in first place. Let's see if I get this right. Brad Keselowski took first place. Joey Logano took second place. And it looks like Kurt Busch took third place. So that is your NASCAR race results. So your big winners last week, Mr. Boring getting 25 out of 27 points. Good work there. And Noah getting 23 out of 27 points. So once again, everybody's stepping up their games. I forgot to give Julie her total here. Let me see if I can figure that out real quick. 1. Two, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 out of 28 points for Mapstone. All right. With that being said, hopefully that won't affect, here we go. Technical issues on the show, people. Hopefully you guys can still see me okay. And we got a good connection going because we are jumping in to this week's edition of the show. It's season 9, episode 8 is what we're up to already. And so just to give a quick rundown, real quick. The teams that we cover on Sports Frenzy that made the playoffs, give a congratulations and shout out to the Columbia Central Golden Eagles, Blissfield and Hillsdale, EPBP, Sand Creek Aggies, and the Clinton Redskins. You guys have all made the play. Oh, I'm sorry. And Lenawee Christian. And we might as well throw Whiteford in there, considering they've been on beat enough of our teams. And we did. As we get into this, we get into the Picks edition, you'll see how we've done this. So let's get the show started right after one more cool, crisp drink of my Laura Haviland provided lemonade. All right. From here on out, high school playoff action, it is one and done. You either win and move on, or you call it a season and go home. How will our teams do this year? This first game, we haven't heard these guys. We haven't had these guys on the show at all. It is Quincy. Quincy has 6 wins and 3 losses, but they are on the road. They have to travel to, that's right, travel to and play against the Columbia Central Golden Eagles, baby. And they are 8 wins and 1 loss. This is a Friday night game, 7 p.m. Now, 2 things to remember. If you're going to this game, it's playoff time. So this is playoff. It is playoff prices. I think it's like $5, but there are no discounts given. You don't get your school discount. No school for being a student or anything. It's one flat rate. I think it's $5. It might have gone up. It's been a little while since I've been to a playoff game, so not sure. I just know if you're going to the game and you're a student, there's no school discount. Or no student discount. But anyway, got to talk to Coach Ron a little bit about this game today. He's there. He says the guys have been beat up a little bit. They're very optimistic that they can get this one under their belt. And then I've got the Columbia Central Golden Eagles, baby. Our next game, Blissfield, congratulations to them. They made it. The Blissfield Royals. They have 5 wins and 4 losses. They've had a pretty good season, but have struggled late. Struggled late in the season. They play Hillsdale. Hillsdale has 8 wins and 1 loss. That 1 loss coming to you from the Columbia Central Golden Eagles. Blissfield, now you're going to have some time to prepare for this game. This is the type of the year where everybody's hungry. Everybody wants this. This is going to be a tough one. Tough one indeed. In one sense, Columbia Central has had against huge teams with good records, but then they've struggled with the teams. This is a tough one. These are tough this week for me. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to go with Blissfield. I'm going to feel like they're hungry and they've taken down some big teams before. I feel like they're going to want this. I'm going to give it to the Royals. You better not let me down. This is a 7 p.m. kickoff as well. Oh, excuse me. Those two games I also put on here for you so you'd know this. That was the division. That was in Division 6. Now we're moving on to Division 7, where we have a team that you guys have been familiar with all season long. This is Cindy Crone's school. Those of you who still remember Cindy Crone. EPBP. They have 7 wins and 2 losses. The EPBP Lakers. They are traveling to and playing against we get their logo up right. New Lothrop. New Lothrop is one of those schools I have not heard from in a long time. New Lothrop, short story behind this. New Lothrop had my brother Brant, shout out to him, 5 years younger than myself, was a wrestler for the Addison Panthers. New Lothrop had a guy on the team that could pin everybody in seconds like that. Well, my brother ended up being his greatest rival from New Lothrop. Yeah, well, my brother was from Addison, but he was in New Lothrop, and he could never. Most of the time he always got the win, but he could never pin my brother. So this guy crushed everybody he ever wrestled, but my brother he was never able to pin his entire career of having to face him. So that's where I remember New Lothrop from. New Lothrop was one of our biggest wrestling competitors back when my brother was in school, back when I was doing the Panther News Network with my good buddy Rich Hallowell. So that New Lothrop has 8 wins and 1 loss. I think I'm going to go with EPBP because they've I don't remember if they had a good season last year, but prior to that, they had a good season and they went pretty far in the playoffs. So I've got EPBP Lakers for the win. Also in Division 7, continuing on with Division 7, we have your Sand Creek Aggies. Oh, I'm sorry, the EPBP game. Also a Friday night game at 7 p.m. Moving on to the Sand Creek Aggies. Sand Creek Aggies made the playoffs again. They have 6 wins and 3 losses. They are traveling to and playing against St. Mary's Catholic, who have 7 wins and 2 losses. This game is being played at 7 p.m. Friday, but at Navarre Field. So I'm not sure where that's at exactly. I don't know. I don't think that has anything to do with St. Mary. So it must be, this is going to be a neutral field for them, perhaps. But anyway, 7-2. Again, tough choices here. Sand Creek made the playoffs, but have struggled this season. Man. I am not sure. I'm really having a hard time with this one. Loyalty-wise, I want to go to the Sand Creek Aggies. But they have struggled this year. I am going to go. I'm going to give you guys a fighting chance. I'm going to go with the Sand Creek Aggies. They've been in there, but they've won the first playoff game before. I haven't had a chance to talk to either Boring on what their thoughts are about this. So I'm just winging it, especially since I'm not going to get a chance to talk to either one of them before the game. I might get to talk to them tomorrow, but since I'm filming the show tonight, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Go Aggies. This next game. This next game is your first. Get ready, Mr. Boring. I'm feeling a little congested tonight, so we'll see how the vocals go for all my stuff. But we'll see. I'll give it my best since you guys love it. Here we go. It's a first. A 3-point bonus game. It's your first. A 3-point bonus game. Come on, everybody, sing with me. It's your first 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. All right, the reason I chose this playoff game to be your first 3-point bonus game is because both teams have identical records. We have the Clinton Redskins, who have 7 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling to and playing against a team called Springport. Springport has 7 wins and 2 losses. I think I'm going to go with the Clinton Redskins. Not going to think about that one too much. They both have identical records. Not too much to think about there. I think the Redskins are going to be hungry and want this one. This is a 7 p.m. kickoff for this game as well. So go Redskins. That was also a Division 7 game. Only game I have for Division 8. I put District 8. I meant Division 8. District 8 sounds like anyway, it's Division 8. Sorry for the typo there, guys. We have Lenawee Christian, who has 8 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to and playing against Whiteford. Whiteford has 9 wins and 0 losses and has wiped out everybody they have played. They are undefeated. This is a Friday night game, 7 p.m. Sorry, Lenawee Christian. It's been an amazing streak this year. And I'm not going to lie, I'll be there celebrating. I'll celebrate with you guys if you can get the win. But Whiteford has beat everybody they have been in touch with this year. I've got to go Whiteford. Moving on. This is a Friday night game, 7 p.m., and it's at Whiteford too. So, got not only do you got the record working against you there, but you're going to have to deal with their crowd too. So, we'll see how it goes. All right, moving into college football action. No. So apparently, well, not apparently, this is true. Michigan isn't playing this week after their huge win of getting the Paul Bunyan Trophy back. They have a bye week, so no game for them. And I didn't see a game for Alabama, so Alabama must have a bye week this week as well. So that left a couple of open slots for our football games this week, or our college football games. I did put this game on there because I do have quite a few state people following us, and apparently they weren't real impressed with the love that I was not showing last week for them. But come on, it's the Michigan game, so anyway, I put your game on here. This is the East Lansing Burning Couches. They are ranked 24th in the nation. They have 4 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling to and playing against, that's right, the 3 wins, 3 losses. They're not ranked, but they should be because they took down the mighty team down below us last week. I'm talking about the Purdue Boilermakers. Fired up, played like nothing, like they had nothing to gain and nothing to lose. This is a 12 p.m. kickoff. And let me see here. the time of the show, I did not have a channel for this game. Okay. Now it's going to be on ESPN. So it's on ESPN at 12 o'clock. I tell you what, Michigan State is hurt. They supposedly got a lot of hurt guys. And Purdue is going to be red hot and on fire for beating that team down below us last week. I think Purdue comes away with another huge win this week. I'm going Purdue for the victory. We would go so far as to make that Coach Cole's upset special of the week. That's right. I'm going with Purdue for the victory. So I decided to go since we don't have Michigan playing this week or Alabama playing this week. I decided to. Hopefully people don't think I'm nuts here. I'm going to double check that just to make sure. I know Michigan doesn't, but. Yeah, okay, so they have a bye week. So I picked a couple of ranked games, or a couple of games that I thought looked pretty interesting this week. And this next game is your second 3-point bonus game. 3 points. 3 points. It's your second 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. And we have a couple of ranked teams here. But I thought this would be a good game. That's why this will probably be one of the games I actually watched this week. We have the number 11 ranked Florida. They have 6 wins and 1 loss. They are traveling to and playing against the number 8th ranked Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia has 6 wins and 1 loss. This game is being played at 3:30, and you can watch it on CBS. I think it's gonna be a good game. Again, some tough choices this week, guys. I'm struggling with